County Executive.
Thank you, Ernie, and good evening, everyone. In July, I told the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development that I would not sign off on their plan to end public housing in Wellston. At that time, HUD planned emergency demolition of 3 buildings that make up 1/3 of the housing in Wellston, and a move to eliminate housing for the other 2/3 and send them off with a voucher and a pat on the back. We have had all 201 units evaluated and determined the condition and cost to repair. And these reports will be reviewed tomorrow morning with the Wellston stakeholders who have been meeting regularly. The stakeholder group includes representatives from Senators Blunt and Hawley, representative from Congressman Clay's office, Wellston Mayor Nate Griffin, Councilwoman Rita Days, and my Deputy Chief of Staff, Shannon Koenig. The most critical report that will be revealed tomorrow will focus on the structural integrity of the 3 buildings that HUD wanted to demolish on an emergency basis. With these reports in hand, the stakeholders will take a deeper look at the possible plans for moving forward. This is not an easy task, but it is an essential process to determine the housing future for 500 of our residents. The process that we are going through now gives residents a voice that they didn't have in the prior process that had been outlined by HUD. I'll keep you posted as we move forward. We must always remember that those impacted by policy decisions are often those who don't have a seat at the policy-making table, and is often the least fortunate among us: the unemployed, the immigrants, the poor, and the prisoners. Over the past several weeks, I've met with community leaders who work on issues such as humane treatment of inmates. As a result of those meetings, last week I signed an executive order outlining how pregnant persons would be treated at the Justice Center. How those in custody are treated should reflect our fundamental respect for the dignity of human rights of each person. And the action I took was not special treatment, it's about treating people who are incarcerated with dignity and fairness. I was pleased that some of you were able to join me at that announcement of that policy change. Finally, I'd like to thank the 103rd Airborne Brigade Association for working with our County Parks Department to create a Vietnam War Memorial in Jefferson Barracks Park. The memorial stone and bench donated by the association sits on a newly landscaped part of the park and honors the brigade, which was activated in Okinawa in 1963 and soon earned the unit nickname of Sky Soldiers. Creating special places like this to honor those who proudly served our country is a testament to who we are. It's one of the ways that we show we understand the value of service, the perils of war, and the painful memories that often accompany a return trip home. My stepfather, Bill Moriarty, served in Vietnam. He is a retired lieutenant colonel. He received a Silver Star for combat operations in July of 1967. Now in his 80s, my stepdad has shared his stories several times, and I'm fortunate to have him as my window into a chapter of our history that is often misunderstood and has inflicted so much pain. Monuments such as the one dedicated last week provide us with a place to reflect and honor those who served, including those who did not make it home to share their stories like the ones my stepfather has shared with me. I encourage all of you to check out this new memorial in Jefferson Barracks Park next time you're in the area. Thank you, Ernie. That's all I have.
Thank you, Sam. For special committees,